All right, welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're digging into an absolutely fascinating framework for completely transforming your relationship with wealth. We're going to be looking at the insights of a source who quite literally rewired his entire reality. I'm talking going from having homes in foreclosure, completely empty bank accounts, and a bankrupt business to building a $25 million coaching and consulting company. The core idea here? It goes way beyond your standard business strategy. It actually dives deep into how our mindset and deeply ingrained beliefs actively dictate our financial reality. It's this incredible journey from total scarcity to absolute abundance, and man, I cannot wait to share it with you.
Okay, let's dive into this. The source kicks things off with a story that honestly sounds a bit like magic, but as you'll see, it is entirely rooted in his framework. So back around 2012, he was running an investor-backed software company, and he realized he had this massive limiting belief. He genuinely thought he could only earn income as an employee of his own business. To break that belief, he set a seemingly impossible goal. He simply made a firm decision to generate exactly $60,000 entirely outside of his primary business by the end of the year. He had literally no idea how it was going to happen. He just made the decision, and then he let it go.
And here's how that incredible timeline actually played out chronologically. So he makes the decision in March. Just a few months later, a totally random lunch connection with a friend over a 90-day sobriety challenge leads to an introduction to a startup investor. By June, he takes a massive leap, investing his last $23,000 into this really chaotic Facebook ad startup. He spends the whole summer trying to manage these difficult founders, and by October, he's just had enough. They actually offer to buy him out. So after a bit of negotiation, the contract gets signed in late December. They wire back his $23,000 principal, plus exactly a $60,000 profit. Boom! Just like he had decided.
So how on earth does a simple mental decision manifest into a literal $60,000 check? Well, to understand that, let's look at Section 1. Money is just energy.
When you look at things through this energetic lens, everything in the material world, right down to the fundamental atomic level, is just fluctuating energy. Money is absolutely no exception. And you know, what's really interesting is that the literal definition of the word we use for money is currency. Why? Because it acts like an electrical current. It's an energetic or vibrational flow. And you aren't meant to hoard a current. A current is designed to flow to you and then through you. Now, you might have heard New Age concepts about prosperity, frequency, and all that, but the source emphasizes that if we don't understand the actual practical mechanics behind this energetic current, we are just going to stay broke.
So the absolute crucial point here is understanding why energy moves in the first place. In the universe, energy is always looking to grow, to expand, and create diversity. Because of that, money naturally flows to individuals who act as open conduits for that expansion. Think about Elon Musk's vision for space travel, or Jeff Bezos' vision for global commerce. Currency seeks them out because their massive visions literally require that money to create new growth and evolution in the world. Money flows to finance a vision. It flows to fund joy, whether that's a dream home or a new business. But, and here's the real kicker, it does not flow to you simply to help you escape financial scarcity. If money is just this natural, flowing current, why are so many people struggling so hard? Let's move to Section 2, Uncovering Your Limiting Beliefs.
Because look, even if you have a fantastic vision, if the door is closed, the energy just can't get in. I want you to take a second and mentally fill in the blank. When I was growing up, money was blank. What comes to mind? Was it hard to make? Was it the reason your parents were always arguing? Did it mean your dad was never around because he was always working late? You see, our early childhood programming completely establishes our baseline money consciousness. And most of the time, the things we observed growing up weren't even universal truths. They were really just our parents' misunderstandings about wealth. But we internalized them and adopted them as our own reality.
Let's see how this builds into what the source describes as the psycho-cybernetic loop. The human brain is basically a giant goal-achieving machine. It takes your core beliefs, like money is hard to make, and it generates daily thoughts that perfectly align with that belief. Those thoughts then create stressed, anxious emotions. And think about it, when you're in a state of deep financial anxiety, you don't exactly take inspired actions, right? You miss out on obvious opportunities, or you just don't have the guts to ask for that raise. And the results? Well, continued financial struggle, which beautifully and tragically just reinforces your original belief that money is hard to make. It is a completely closed, self-fulfilling loop.
To break that loop, we really have to address the biggest roadblock of them all. Section 3, the not enough trap. This trap is the core misunderstanding that is keeping the vast majority of people financially stuck, living way, way below their potential.
And this brilliantly illustrates the dividing line between those who attract wealth and those who literally repel it. Just look at your own life for a second. Are you desiring wealth so you can expand, evolve, and create something joyful? That is desire driven by growth, and that naturally attracts currency. Or, on the flip side, do you just want more money so that you no longer have to feel financially insecure? That's desire driven by fear. If your primary motivation is just trying to escape the fear of not having enough, you are putting up a massive wall that completely blocks prosperity.
It's this incredibly fascinating paradox. The fear that you will not have enough in the future is the precise thing blocking you from having enough right now. Think about the biology here. When you're terrified about paying future bills, your primal brain literally thinks you are in mortal danger. You get shoved right into a fight-or-flight nervous system state. And in that stressed-out, super-primal state, your brain completely shuts off access to higher-level wealth-creating ideas. You just become blind to the synchronicities, the lucky coincidences, and the brilliant strategies that the current of money is actually trying to deliver to you.
So, to escape this trap, the source guides us through a three-part truth designed to completely rewire our nervous system. The very first step is deeply realizing, I have always had enough. Seriously, if you look back at the entire history of your life, even during the tightest, absolute scariest times, life has always taken care of you somehow. The source even mentions working with clients who'd been homeless for a period, yet life still provided them enough to survive and eventually get back on their feet. When you really think about it, you have always had enough.
The second step is bringing your attention directly into the present moment. Look at your reality exactly as it is in this exact second. I have enough right now. You have enough to be watching this explainer. You're breathing. You are surviving. Despite whatever challenges or wild fears are swirling in your head about tomorrow, right here, right now, in this exact second, you have exactly enough.
And finally, we arrive at the ultimate perspective shift. I will always have enough. Adopting this final mantra is exactly what the source claims will shift your nervous system entirely out of fight or flight and into a state of profound relaxation. When you truly deeply realize that financial insecurity is actually an illusion because life always provides, you stop frantically chasing money out of fear. And that right there, that is the exact moment the resistance drops, and the current of wealth can finally actually flow to you.
All right, let's bring this all together. Section 4, Rewiring Your Brain for Wealth. So how do you take all this high-level energetic philosophy and actually apply it to your daily life? Well, these are the source's 3 pillars of wealth for transforming your money consciousness. Number 1, create an exciting, expansive vision for your life that actually requires money to flow through you. You got to give currency a reason to seek you out. Number 2, dig into your past and consciously remove the limiting beliefs about money that you accidentally adopted as a kid. And number 3, completely eliminate that not enough trap by trusting at a core level that you have always been taken care of, you are totally okay right now, and you will always have enough.
I'm going to leave you with this final, somewhat provocative question to ponder as you step back into your day. Are you trying to build wealth to grow, to create, and to genuinely evolve? Or are you just exhausting yourself trying to escape the fear of not having enough? Take some time to really examine your true underlying motivations. Drop the resistance, and honestly, you might just be amazed at how quickly the current of abundance begins to flow your way.